All right, so we have our tic-tac-toe board here. We have drawn it. We've gotten the holes put in there. A few more things that we need to do to finish this up. So first thing, I'm going to actually assign some material. So if you come to right down here to where it says Part 1, right-click on that. Come up to where it says Assign Material. Left-click on Assign Material. We're going to come down. This opens up the OnShape material library. Right now there's no material selected, so we're going to left click in that drop down area. Notice we've got stainless steel. We can have acrylics, acetal. There's all sorts of different material here that you can choose. We're going to choose 2024 aluminum. So I'm going to click on the 2024 aluminum and then click the green check mark. I've assigned it a actual material there. Now at the same time, I'm going to come in and we now want to make sure that we kind of select some appearance. So let's bring this over. I'm going to window over the entire part here because I want the entire part to be given a face appearance. And we're going to select this. If you kind of come over, we're going to select this kind of grayish right here for that. Yeah, that's not really the cover. Let's color of aluminum. I'm going to say probably somewhere more along that one. So let's select this third one right here with that and click the green check mark. So now we've got that taken care of. Close the appearance panel so it kind of goes back in hiding. And we've got our material and the color choice taken care of. Now comes the fun part. We need to also go in and create a drawing for this. So let's go back to our part 1, right click and say create drawing of part 1. So we'll go ahead and create the drawing here. So we're going to select an ANSI A inch. This is a drawing template. And we're going to say 4 views. So make sure that 4 views is selected and hit OK. And this will generate our actual drawing for us. So notice we now have our front, side, top view, and the isometric. So if I move the front view around, the top view and the side view are kind of locked in place to it. So if I move the top view over, notice how things kind of follow these views around. And part of that is because of the relationship between these orthographic views. I'm going to come over here, highlight the isometric, press down the left key and move this over. We want to kind of move that over a little bit more. Now notice on this I can also bring that over till it highlights the view. Go right click and let's say let's go to show shaded view. Now let me come back in and show you how I did that again. So I bring this over, I get it on there, I say right click and then show. I'm moving over from show hidden to show shaded. So that's going to give me my shaded colored view. Let's go ahead and move this over a little bit this way. On this top view and the side view, I'm going to show hidden lines. So I'm going to right click and then say show hide, and we're going to go show hidden lines. So now notice, now as we zoom in, you see the hole pattern and you see the drill point. So you also see the slots in the bottom of the slots, and they're hidden. So that's our hidden view. Notice we also are getting those center lines on there. All right, let's do the same thing up here with this one. So let's go ahead and put your cursor over till it highlights around your view. Right click, show hide, show hidden lines. So, and now we have it up there in the top view as well. All right, so our next thing that we need to kind of do here is define the outside dimensions and dimension this part. So here's my dimension tool, and there's a drop down arrow. So we can kind of see that there are a bunch of different types of dimensions that we can put in there. So we're just going to start out with our standard actual dimensions. Now, if I come right over here, it's giving me the breakdown. So I want to kind of click from endpoint So I'm going to click from endpoint to endpoint. Bring that up. So, and left click to drop that in place. We're going to do the same thing over here. So I'm going to select the endpoint here, and I'm going to select the endpoint there. Move your mouse over, left click to drop that in place. Now, these are our external dimensions. We also need these nested dimensions. So let's kind of also say, all right, well, now if I go from here to the center line, at this point, we're getting some issues. If I come to this point, we know that's not correct. So we could use that. So it's possible. So we would just have to kind of place some more dimensions here. So in this case, if we place this, now we're kind of saying, all right, now you can also say just select the line. And this is going to get things cluttered pretty quickly by doing it this way. So we probably don't want to dimension in that regard. So let me go back and let's undo those. So I'm going to hit my escape button to get out of the dimensioning tool. Select that dimension and hit delete. So select this dimension and hit delete. So we kind of want to decide a little bit there. Is there a better way for us to possibly dimension that? Well, some of this has to do with the way we draw that and bring these dimensions in. So we're going to kind of work on that. But I also want to show you one other dimension here real quick. Remember how we use the whole feature. So, and if I come in here and select this whole, notice how it's given me that dimension. So, and I just picked this part right there. Now, I'm going to hit the escape key. We're going to delete this out. So I'm going to come back here as well. And instead of selecting that, let's select the outside dimension here. Notice in this case it gives us the 0.219, and we got that leader line going. So that again shows us the countersink, not exactly what we want. So let's delete this out here. Let's take a look and see if there are some other dimensions here so that we could do. So notice this whole thread call out right here. So let's click on that whole thread call out. Let's come over and select that now. Notice now, because we use the whole feature, it gives us all the information that we need for that hole. So left click and place that, and we know, okay, we're at a 3/16 diameter. We're going 375 thousandths deep. We're countersinking it to 219 inches diameter, and we're using the 82-degree countersink. So this is all of the information there. Everything that we were talking about before as far as putting in the actual hole patterns and our call out for our threads. So you guys should start to be able to realize and see what this is and how that actually applies to our blueprint reading skills here as we go. So let's go ahead here. Now, one other cool thing that I want to show you. I'm going to come back into the Part Studio here. Let's go back into our hole for a second. Let's go ahead. I'm going to right click and edit this. And in this case, instead of the countersink, let's go ahead and let's do a counter bore here. Now, notice again, with our counter bore, we've given some more options. So let's just let's take this counter bore to a 9/32 counter bore. Okay, and counter bore depth here is, as it says, has to be smaller than the hole depth, which we should. Let's just make this. We're going to make this one 0.060. We're going to kind of put this like it's a little bit of a spot face here. And our actual hole depth is still going to be the same. All right. Drill bit here is 118 degrees. Let's go ahead and change that to a flat bottom hole instead. So we're going to say that's a flat bottom hole, and let's go ahead and hit the green check mark. Now, this is kind of automatically put in there. Now look, we're seeing a different type of a hole put into this particular part. So we're just kind of, I'm using this to show you different hole patterns and how it kind of affects our call out. Let's come back now into the part drawing. So notice right here we're seeing this yellow that says update for this workspace. We're going to go ahead and click this update and see how that makes a change to our drawing. So it's updating this drawing, and lo and behold, there everything is put in place. Now notice it didn't update this call out, so I'm not exactly sure. So it did update the views, but in this case we might need to go in and just delete that out. So let's delete that particular call out, which is not a big deal because it doesn't take any time at all really to kind of redo this dimension. So let's go back now and let's see if it gives us this call out. There you go. So that gives you a totally different call out, a different scenario with your different symbols, but that's pretty nice here feature. Let's come down here to the title block. Notice your name and the date you drew it is automatically in here. So, all right, we're going to title this. So I'm going to double click in here. We're going to delete this out. We're going to title this the tic-tac-toe board. All right, I can go ahead and check mark that. Let's go to this top one here. Be careful what you select here. So we're going to name this Richland Community College. So, okay. And on this one, we're just going to kind of delete that out for right now. All right, and we will name this part. We'll give this a drawing number. Let's back this out. RCC dash. Oh, we'll say this is G for game dash 1000. So, and click on the check mark. Now, drawing numbers and so forth would be part of the document control on a company, and what you would be assigned with that. You'd need to know what the next drawing number would be in terms of an engineering firm that might be creating that. So, but that gives you a start here of what we're going to be putting in here. So, and I'm going to stop right there. So obviously we don't have everything fully dimensioned on this, but this gives us a good start.